So you,
Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are back with In Focus with Robb Hill of R. Hill Enterprises, Inc. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe, and we have the great Robb Hill. Robb, great to see you, sir.
it is great to be seen, sir. I'm just blessed. Blessed.
Yes,
Yeah.
we definitely all are. So we've gotten several questions, and people have wanted to know thoughts of recent developments that have been going on in Minnesota. Minnesota, there was fraud found, and then the shootings with the ICE agents, and then it seems like it's almost become another country where there's rioting in the streets and there's throwing bottles and spitting on ICE officers, and it looks like a war scene there. And the mayor, Jacob Fry, I think he is not a good person. He has told his police to stay back. Let the protesters protest. Let them do what they do. And then obviously the governor, Mr. Waltz. I think we could get a trained monkey to do his job because he doesn't seem to care or do anything. And it's just like it feels Minneapolis and Minnesota is burning again. And I wanted your thoughts on the situation, and what has been going on there, and how we're sending the National Guard in. Holman went in. Are we going to be able to get this under control, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, I would like to submit to you that freedom is reserved for a knowledgeable and virtuous people.
Yes.
Now, when you listen to a lie long enough, you will believe it. Okay, that's why they keep pumping this stuff out there about ICE is illegal and all this kind of stuff and all that. But see, when a governor decides to go against federal law, he
Yeah,
is a criminal.
I agree.
He is a criminal. Period.
And the
Flat out.
mayor too.
Drop the law on him. See, if you look at what's going on in Minnesota, you would think that everybody's nuts. But I would submit to you that there are some people there that are standing strong for what's going on. As far as the immigration officers and all that,
I
they're with that. I mean,
Okay.
you got 77 million people voted Trump in office,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
you got this fringe lunatic democrat party, and they're sowing just 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 sowing distrust and want you want to question everything. But see, there is no gray area. There's only right and wrong. There's only good and bad. There ain't no in between. And what they are doing is bad. And see, our justice system, it would need to be speeded up because all these crooked politicians, every last one of them, need to be perp walked.
They do. They really do. To send the message. No,
Now,
I agree.
see, you start looking at how they've amassed all this money and all this kind of stuff. It's all because of corruption.
100%.
All because of corruption. I mean, you look at you like I was saying to you in a previous podcast. How do you think anybody gonna be in the Senate for 40 years? It don't happen, brother. It don't happen. These people are not elected; they are selected,
Elected. Yes.
right? And
Yes.
see, the thing about it is that we just sit idly by and let the government do what they want to do when we have a government of, by, and for the people. But see,
Exactly.
freedom is reserved for a knowledgeable and virtuous people, and we don't have none of that now. I mean, all you got to do is just flip on the TV and what you see. Everything is going
They do that.
against the way things should be.
Yeah.
And see, remember I told you that tolerance is accepting the unacceptable. And
Right.
when you accept the unacceptable, you get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And this is where a lot of people are. Oh, well, I ain't got nothing to do. It's like they say, well, Democrats and Republicans. Now, I submit to you that our government is riddled with corruption. Okay.
Well, it is.
I am not a Republican because of the people. I am a Republican because of the platform.
Right.
Okay. So now, when you take this platform and you read it and you internalize it, you know it's right because it resonates with your spirit. When you look at all these things about abortion and men's rights, women's rights, civil rights, all these rights are all wrong. Basic human rights covers everybody.
Correct.
Okay. And now, you cannot have a country without borders, and you cannot have a civil society without laws.
Exactly.
Remember, a lot of
Exactly.
people have taken the idea of freedom out of context.
Yeah.
Remember, I gave you the example that you can swing your fist all you want. That's
Right.
your right.
It comes to your nose.
But
Yeah.
your right comes to an end when you get close to my nose.
Exactly. That's how I we had a discussion about the ICE agent who shot the lady in the car,
Mhm.
and he talked to her and he talked to her and he talked to her, and then he asked her to get out of the vehicle. And my question always was, I didn't know if a police officer, an ICE agent, anyone in law enforcement, if they gave you an order, I didn't know it was debatable. I didn't know
Well,
that you could. I
it's
didn't know
not.
you could contest it. I didn't
It's
know
not,
if
and
you could say no.
it's not so much they give you an order, but it is a lawful order.
Right, exactly.
Okay? A
Yes,
lawful order. See,
yes,
what we gotta do, we gotta make sure that we are crystal clear with our communication. Okay.
correct.
Put yourself in that officer's shoes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Now,
blocking an
yeah,
investigation.
what is she doing there?
impeding an investigation, a
And
federal investigation.
then you got this other guy, this supposedly nurse or
Oh,
whatever.
Jesus.
I mean, this guy, he was a lunatic.
Strapped.
Well, you know what? I would say that he was a lunatic. But the thing about it is, man, is these people
They're brainwashed.
no, not brainwashed. Anytime you wash something, it's a good thing. See, but I call it brain polluting.
That's a much better
This
term.
is
Yes.
another thing. Yeah, they're not brainwashed. They're brain polluted. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things about the way, like you take discipline and punishment, two very different things. But they
Very
always talk
different.
about, well, I'm going to discipline you. No, discipline is a command that you give yourself. Can't
Right.
nobody discipline you,
Exactly. No, of course
right?
not.
And so they use discipline and punishment interchangeably, and they're two very different things. Just like I was explaining to you about faith and belief, two very different things.
Yes.
But then say, oh, you know what I'm talking about? No, I don't know what you're
No.
talking about. No, explain it to me. Put it in layman's terms,
Yeah.
right? And so we've got a bunch of people out here now that are accepting everything that's being shoveled in front of them. So then when truth gets introduced, they reject it.
Yes. Because
They
they
reject it
believe the lie
because they're
because they've
so
heard it so
steeped
much.
into the lies. And
Yeah.
then this has become deeply embedded in our population. The willful ignorance is palpable. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, people, they will cling to their foolish rhetoric, irregardless of if you put the truth in front of them. Like Donald Trump, he flat out laid out the truth. We are a country in decline.
Yeah.
Nobody realizes that.
Yeah.
All right. But see, there are those of us that, I mean, I'm like wondering, man, this is not the country I grew up in.
No. No.
It's not. I mean, everything is getting so far and far and far and far away from
It's
the way it should be that respect is going thrown out the window.
yeah,
I mean, love is just taken way out of context. I mean,
very much.
they're thinking, see, love is a spiritual attribute. All right. It's the physical aspects of what these people are talking about are totally against everything that the creator wanted it to be.
Yeah. When it comes to love, yeah, I agree.
You got all these people running around. See, I explained to a lot of people, I said, look, when you respect yourself, there are certain things you are not going to do. All right. You are not going to accept ignorance. See, ignorance is not a bad thing when you know you are, but it is devastating when you have no clue how ignorant you really are. And
No.
I, for one, am concerned about a lot of people's ignorance. I a few months ago, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, okay, Charlie Kirk and we've met, okay, and I posted a picture of me and Charlie Kirk on social media, saying that he was one of the best people that I've ever met. And man, you won't believe the hate that I got from.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
I mean, they just
You were the devil.
Amazing. Yes, it's amazing, man. But yeah, I'm like, wow. Am I just the only voice in the wilderness here screaming out?
I thought he really did things the right way because he debated people. He gave them respect, like you talked about.
Yep. Why do you think they took him out? Because he was a threat.
A threat, 100% a threat.
He was a threat to the ignorance that people are
Exactly.
embracing.
Exactly. I mean,
look at all the great people in history that have been killed. It's because they are a threat to the ignorance that's being perpetrated upon the American people.
yeah, And we got a comment. The liberals' worldview is not the country you grew up in. Also,
That's true.
that is very true.
Yep.
I mean, it's just amazing. And I watched a lot of Charlie Kirk, and I saw the way that people talked to him, and he always remained diplomatic, respectful,
Mm-hmm.
and spoke factually, not conjecture.
Right.
And he legitimately just tried to present the facts.
Well, see,
And even if you disagreed with him, he was fine with you.
you know how you know when you're talking to a liberal is because they start screaming.
Well, because it's personal to them, it's emotion to
They
them.
start screaming. They think that
Yeah,
the louder they speak, the more people are going to hear them.
they sure do. Yes,
That's how you know you're talking to a liberal.
that's 100% true. They just get louder.
Yeah,
They think, oh, they talk louder than my point matters. Absolutely.
yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
It's wild. And that, see, what a lot of people need to understand is that they need to read the Constitution and keep it in context. Okay.
Which
The Constitution is inexhaustible. Okay. Meaning that you can bend it and twist it to make it mean whatever you want it to.
you're right. Yes, you can.
Okay?
You can. It's subjective. Yeah.
It's they. I mean, amazing how these people can see. You know how two people can look at the same thing and see two
I can
different
see
things.
two different things. Yeah.
It's all based on your perspective.
Your perspective.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what brings me to this presentation right here. Okay, so because we're gonna lay this out, and it's gonna be cut and dry. Okay, this is it. Government. Now this right here, this is our pledge. Okay, well go ahead. We're going right here, and okay, and I've got control, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So government, the responsibility of all citizens. That excludes anybody who's not a citizen.
Correct.
Okay. And so we want to get this going good here. So I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the democracy. No, to
No.
the republic for which it stands. One nation under God, indivisible, with life, liberty, and justice for all. Now, let me ask you a question, Steve. Why do you think they put life first? The reason why they did that is because liberty and justice don't matter if
Don't matter if you're not alive. Yeah. Yeah. You're dead.
It doesn't matter. All right.
Yeah.
So we continue on here. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic.
Correct.
Okay. Now, the word democracy is not in the Pledge of Allegiance. It's not there because we do not live in a democracy.
No.
As a matter of fact, the term democracy does not appear in the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, or the Bill of Rights, or any of the founding documents.
Correct.
Because democracy simply means this: democracy is mob rule. Okay? That means that if there are 100 people over there and 10 people over here, those 100 people can decide what to do with them 10 people. That's
right. Okay.
Okay? And we do not live in a democracy. All democracies in the history of the world have failed. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, politics is the science of government. Okay? Politics is economics plus integrity. Integrity is a word that a lot of people get, that they have a bad definition of. Okay?
They do.
Now, integrity is two things. It is character plus morality.
Morality.
Character is doing what is right. Morality is not doing what is wrong.
Oh, okay.
So both of those together equal integrity. All right?
I did not know that.
Well, that's my own definition.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I mean, it makes sense.
Yes. So we continue on here. There's only two views. They always want to talk to you about the gray area and all. There is no gray area.
No.
There's only black and white. So there's two views. We're going to trust individuals, and that's going to lead us to capitalism. Capitalism going to give you some money. In order to get to that money, you're going to have some entrepreneurs. And then the entrepreneurs are going to have employees, because entrepreneurs are the ones who create jobs. And
Correct.
customer satisfaction is the only job security there is. If your customers are satisfied, you are not going to be in business long.
Absolutely.
Right? And now the other side, government control, socialism, entitlements, union bosses and unions. Now we're going to get into these things. Union is not a bad thing.
No, you said that right.
It's not a bad thing until you add people to it.
Yes.
That's when it gets all jacked up.
Muddied up.
But now,
Yep.
capitalism, socialism, and communism. Okay? Communism is you have two cows. The government comes along and takes them both and makes you take care of them.
Right.
Okay? Socialism, you have two cows. The government comes along and takes one and gives it to your neighbor.
Right. Everyone's equal. Yeah. Right.
Capitalism, you have two cows. You sell one to buy a bull so you can make some more little cows.
Exactly.
Right?
Buy
That's
one,
just
sell for
layman's terms.
two.
That's just layman's terms, all right? Okay. So we keep on moving here and we go deep into this. Freedom means choices. More money means more choices. Less money means less choices. Lower taxes equal a higher standard of living. Higher taxes lower the standard of living, except for those corrupt people that are defrauding everybody.
Correct.
Okay? See, they get them higher taxes so they can give it to the crooks.
That's exactly what they do.
Mm-hmm. So the greater the freedom equals greater wealth. Less freedom equals greater poverty. All right?
And more dependence on the government.
Well, the government exists for dependence.
Right. Okay.
They
Okay.
know better than me and you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Our government thrives on dependence.
They do. They do.
Until the illustrious Donald Trump got in there. But that's another story. Okay. So this is what happens. We here in the U.S. work from January to May for the government. You ever wonder who that FICA is? That Medicare, all that. They you can't pay yourself first because they beat you to it.
They sure did.
Yeah. So at the rate we were going, we will be working for the government all year. That's if we let these Democrats get in charge. Right.
So that's what FICA is.
Oh no, FICA is the federal insurance.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Something, yeah. But they're taking the money out of everybody's paycheck.
Yes.
Okay. If you are a W-2 wage earner.
Right.
All right.
Employee.
And then you look at all this fraud going, billions of dollars in fraud going. Why should you pay taxes? So they can just let these criminals take it. Because a lot of the politicians are criminals too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, they are.
What's done in the dark is going to come to the light.
Yes.
If it don't get you in the wash, it will get you in the rinse, my friend.
It sure will.
All right.
Karma.
Oh, yes. That's why it's coming. It's coming. It's been a long time coming, and I'm tired of waiting, but it's coming. So, bigger government, more taxes, more laws, more spending, less money, less choice, less freedom, and no responsibility. That, my friend, is slavery. And that is what the Democrats want to do. They want to put everybody in slavery. All right? Because they know better.
Of course they do.
That's what they say anyway.
I know.
Smaller government, less taxes, less laws, less spending, more money, more choices, more freedom, and total responsibility. All right. See, freedom and responsibility is like front and back. You can't have one without the other one,
Without the other.
right? I mean, how you gonna be free and not be responsible? That's not happening. That doesn't go together.
No.
Freedom entails responsibility.
Requires it. You
Right?
have to be.
When you have freedom and no responsibility, what you end up with, my friend, is chaos. What you end up
Chaos.
with is what's going on in Minnesota,
Soda.
and what's going to be going on in a whole lot of other of these blue states out here. Okay, because we are done with this nonsense. We got to get some upstanding people in our government, but in order to do that, we have got to be upstanding ourselves because our government is a reflection of us.
Somebody had asked, because when you look at people who vote, it ends up only being sometimes 30% of populations of certain cities or certain areas that get out and vote. So when you talk about responsibility, don't they have a responsibility? We all have a responsibility to get out and vote.
No, we all have a responsibility to hold our government accountable because we are the ones that they work for.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would submit to you these numbers that you're getting about the 30% and all that kind of good stuff. That's what they're telling you.
Yes,
That's what they're telling you.
You're 100% right.
That is not the case. This is why we need the SAFE Act passed. All right, because we have got to root out all of this corruption that's in our election system. We got to root it out. The only way that we're going to root it out is we're going to have to be a knowledgeable and virtuous people. All right. There's no such thing as somebody that should be in government elected for 40 years. That don't happen, brother.
Chuck Schumer.
That doesn't, not just him. Nancy Pelosi.
I know Nancy Pelosi.
It don't happen. Maxine Waters. This kind of stuff don't happen. They have been selected, not elected.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just sit back and just let it run the way it runs. And see, we can pull the levers as a people. But see, when they introduce all this electronic stuff and all this kind of stuff, man, they're flat out lying.
Yeah, it can be manipulated. Yeah, it's awful.
I knew. I said, man, how the world we got all these people voting, and this is happening. Like I was telling you about Mamdani.
Oh, Mamdani. I love Mamdani.
This dude, he was not elected. He was selected.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just one thing. And look at Chicago.
Yeah.
Brandon John. This dude, I mean, you know what? We would like to say they're dumb, but I would submit to you, these people are evil geniuses.
I agree. Mamdani, I think, for what he did to be able to manipulate everyone in the largest state in the country to vote for him, he is an evil genius.
He didn't manipulate everybody. He was selected.
Selected. You're right. Yes, he was selected.
Okay. And so in order for us to be free, we have got to be knowledgeable. Number one, we got to know every level of our government and its function.
From the local line.
I have no idea. You bring up, like if I was in a room full of nuclear physicists, okay, and I told them there's no difference between fusion and what is it?
Fission.
Fission, yeah. Fission and fusion, right? Yeah. These two are totally extreme. They are total extremes. One is an implosion, one is an explosion. Okay? They're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Completely.
That's the same thing with Democrat and Republican.
Oh, yes.
Opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, and so what happens is when they start purporting all these lies, and they just keep on pushing them. See, if you listen to a lie long enough, you will believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they keep pumping it out there. That's why they
Every day.
keep on telling you all these lies. Because if you keep on listening to it, you will believe it. Like you talk to, I guess you'd probably be surprised to hear this, but I think that I'm the only Republican in my family. Right?
I would believe that. You're
Well,
the
they
only
they
you have
they
friends.
they they are talking about how crooked Trump is, all this kind of stuff. Do you know that a Democrat killed Abraham Lincoln? That a Democrat
It sure
assassinated
did.
John F. Kennedy? A Democrat killed Martin Luther King Jr.? That these are all Democrats. These are the Democratic Party is the party of the slave master.
That's
All right.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm X. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wrote an
I never
article.
thought about that.
Well,
Wow.
I wrote an article a few years ago that was in the Washington Times. All right. And I talked about the divide and conquer approach, which I have to bring that up in another
Yeah.
situation. But that's what they're doing. See, we got all these groups, and let's continue in this right here because I go into this a little bit. Okay. So there's two worldviews. We got man in control, and we talk about the liberal, the groups. You got the fat group, the skinny group, the old group, the young group, the black group, the white group, the rich group, the poor group, all these groups. All right. And so all these groups need to be controlled. That's why we need more government. In order, because we have more government, we need more money to fund that government. So we're gonna have more taxes. And we don't need to fight nobody because I mean we need to use that money to help people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or to be
Sure.
to fund the fraud going on.
Right.
Diverse lifestyles. We want men to marry men and women to marry women. And
Absolutely.
we're telling little boys you're a little girl for real.
Oh.
You're just in a boy's body. You're trapped. All right. And then they want no responsibility because you can't take care of yourself. You can't make your own decisions.
No.
And then we want to be fair about it. Just because you're 98.6 and breathing, you're entitled. All right. You are entitled by right to not
Yeah.
have to pay nothing and to sit back and just collect off the
Yep.
government.
Just get it. Yeah. They just take care of you. Yep.
That's one thing. Now, the other side of that is God in control. Conservative. We just don't do what pops in our mind to do. We think first. Okay. Less government because more government. I mean, there is not anything you can do in our country today that doesn't have a government fee, a tax, or permission on it.
100%.
We need less taxes because look at the fraud. Look at it.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. A strong defense because freedom ain't free.
No.
All right. We need to be able to stand up. I mean, carry a big stick. Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt. Yep.
Yep. The traditional family. And I think I mentioned this to you before that the ruin of a nation begins in the homes of its people.
Right.
Okay. When you start breaking down that traditional family unit, what you end up with is a cancerous decay that spreads across the nation. Okay.
It sure does.
What we want is we want to have 100% responsibility. Take those two people that were killed in Minnesota, right? See, they didn't take responsibility. See, if they were being responsible, they wouldn't have been out there.
Well, and they were paid disturbers, which I couldn't believe.
No,
Like,
no,
I pay
believe
me to disturb. I mean, how do they pay people
no,
to go
listen,
protest and cause trouble?
but no, you remember I said this in a previous podcast that you can pay people to do anything.
Right. Yes, you did. Yes.
It's amazing. It is truly amazing because I mean, how much money would it be worth to me to go against the greatest country ever in the history of mankind?
Yeah,
See,
I'm going to go park
to
my
me,
car in front
that's
of
a
an ice age.
no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to take 100% responsibility for everything in our life.
Accountability.
And we know that there's risk, and with risk comes reward. Now, I'm not talking about risking yourself to go out there and protest and all that. That's
No,
not
no.
what we're talking about. We're talking about putting your capital at risk, like
Yeah.
our founders did. These men, they all put their blood and their toil into forming this country. Okay. And
Sure.
it's a beautiful thing when you read the transcript. It's perfect until you add the people. See, when you add the people, the whole mix gets changed. All right. And so we're going to take a risk because we know we can be rewarded. You have the right to create and be rewarded.
You do.
And this is what happens when you build things. See, you look around you, you see all these companies that have been around for 100 years or more. All right. They started from scratch.
They did.
Okay.
From the ground up.
Yeah, and they're serving and they're serving and they're serving. Now, here in America, we just totally just missed this premise right here, that when quantity demand is satiated, quality demand kicks in. See, all the foreign competitors, they know this. This is why Toyota went to Lexus.
Right.
Why Honda is now Acura. Right? Same manufacturer, same cars, only higher quality. Give you an example, right? You just graduated from UConn. You go out here and you get you a job, and now you got this fancy new job, and you need you a new suit. So you go out, you buy you a couple of $200 suits, and now you're good to go to work. A year goes by, and you get a raise, and you're doing well, and all that kind of good stuff. So now you want to reward yourself. So you're not going to go out and buy you another $200 suit. No, you
No.
go out now and you buy you a $400 suit.
Hell yeah.
Right? And now those $200 suits don't feel right on you.
Right? No.
So now you want to go buy you some more $400 suits. All right. Same thing going from a Honda to an Acura.
Yeah.
From a Toyota to a
the Lexus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what happens. So, and what we want to do is we want to build. See, and the build part is where a lot of people miss the boat, because it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
No.
Okay. Right. And you want to pass things down from generation to generation to generation. But if you ain't got nothing, how you gonna pass anything?
Well, I always tell the Commodore story after you presented that. That blows my mind.
Right. You have got to have a sound financial plan, and the four pillars of that are wills and trust, long-term care, safe alternatives to the stock market, and final expense. Okay. Right. And you got to make sure you have a will.
Yes.
Right? That's another presentation. We will have to do that, revisit that again too. But we continue moving on here. All right. The two-party system. Both parties are riddled with corruption. All right. The government we have now is not the one that made this country great. Even though we have our battle scars all the way through, there is no place on this planet like the United States of America.
Still the greatest country in the world.
No place. All right. And our system has been perverted. Remember, I was explaining to you how the Constitution is inexhaustible, meaning that you can bend it and twist it to make it say what you want it to say?
Yes.
Just like the scriptures, same thing. All right?
Sure.
So our Constitution is being misinterpreted, and by extension, it is being deceptively promulgated to the population. Okay? It's total deception.
That's awful.
Yes. And so the checks and the balances are non-existent. How is it that you've uncovered all this fraud in Minnesota and no politicians are being held accountable?
None.
What?
None. No,
I mean, when you got the foxes watching the hen house, man, guess what? You're gonna lose some chickens.
you sure are.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. And we got the foxes watching the hen house, man. And until we brought the illustrious Donald Trump in there. And over this past year, I mean, the man has done wonders.
we talked about that. He
Yeah.
did more
Oh,
in 1 year than Biden did in 4 years.
he did more in 1 year than any president in the history of this country.
We were talking like I think he's the greatest president of our generation. But yeah,
Well, see, you got to look at this too. Over the past 100 years, our idea of the United States of America has been eroding.
oh
I mean,
yes,
we got a bunch of dumb people out here, man, and they're dumb by choice. I call it willful ignorance, and that's just being nice.
that's
And
being,
man, people just
yeah,
damn stupid.
that's
Okay,
being kind. Yeah, you're
but
right.
I digress when I say that. But people are just damn stupid by choice.
They are. Yeah.
You know, and it's bad. So the solution mode. We need term limits for every branch because there is no such thing as a 40-year senator.
Now, even somebody had asked, even the Supreme Court, you think?
Yes, no lifetime appointments for anything.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay, lower salaries because these people need to be able to get out there and produce. All right, they just don't live on the money that they're taking from everybody else. All right.
Right.
We need to enforce the laws that we currently have. We don't need no more lawmakers.
Keep creating.
We've got enough laws.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we got 88,000 pages of tax code.
Which blows my mind.
Yeah. I mean, even the people that writing it can't even follow it.
No. And that's why it like falls through the cracks or whatever in Minnesota with that fraud. Nobody's enforcing it.
These are not cracks, brother. These are chasms.
Yeah, right.
These are sinkholes, brother.
They are. They are.
Okay. Yeah. And so what we got to do, we got to hold these politicians accountable. Just like if you catch somebody breaking into your house, you know what? And they're gonna go to jail, right? See, we catch these politicians breaking into the house and they ain't going to jail.
No.
Why? No, you need to be in cuffs right now. Right now. You're innocent until proven guilty, but until you get proven not guilty, you're going to be in handcuffs. That's how they do everybody else.
It sure is.
Yep. And the federal government has gotten way too powerful. That was prior to this current administration because Trump is wielding that power in a way that needs to be done.
The executive orders, 100%.
Yes. And so the perception of freedom has been taken way out of context. And to keep things real simple, freedom is choice, period. Okay? That's it. That's what freedom. What is freedom? Freedom is choice.
Choice.
Mm-hmm. So we come on. And this is very interesting. This is the cycle of the body politic. This was written by Benjamin Disraeli. Okay. If you don't know who that is, please look that up.
I will look that up.
And he said, great nations rise and fall. A free people awakens to find themselves in bondage. That's where we're at right now. The people then go from bondage to spiritual truth. And from spiritual truth comes great courage. From courage to liberty, from liberty to abundance, from abundance to selfishness, from selfishness to complacency, from complacency to apathy, and from apathy to dependence, and from dependence back again into bondage.
Ooh.
That is where we're at right now. We're sitting at that spiritual truth point.
Right.
And then we come to great courage and we elected Donald Trump.
Yep.
And Donald Trump is exposing the liberty that we all thought we had, but it was just a myth. And now we're coming to abundance. Look at what the tariffs are bringing in.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff, man. And now what we got to watch out for is we don't go from abundance to selfishness. Now, a lot of people would skew this to think that, well, that's racism. Only the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, they're just totally off base.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation, okay? And then we go from abundance to complexity. Let me tell you, Steve, the two biggest enemies, aside from ignorance on the one hand, is apathy and procrastination.
Oh,
Okay. See, apathy says, well, at least I'm not as bad as Joe over there,
right.
or at least I ain't as bad as them over there. All right. And so that keeps you stagnant.
Yeah.
Now, procrastination is much more insidious because procrastination says, yeah, I know there's a problem, but we'll fix it tomorrow. Right. And tomorrow never comes. Right.
You just
See, if
hear a
you
whole
keep
bunch of
putting off what
tomorrows.
you can do today until tomorrow, what you end up with is a bunch of empty yesterdays, my friend. Okay. See, people need to understand that how you do anything is how you do everything. See, so if you halfway do this, you're gonna halfway do that. All right. And understand that we as a people are so much more than what we have become. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
And you remember the illustrious Ronald Reagan used to call this the light on the top of the hill. Yeah. This is what the world looks to, what is in America. All right. But now think about this. Think about this. The freest nation on the planet has the largest prison population in the world.
All by far
Why?
the most incarcerated.
Why? Yeah, a lot of people are in jail. There are some people in there that are innocent.
Plenty.
They've been railroaded by the system, and I can't speak to who that would be, but
No, I know.
A lot of people that should be in there and in there.
Nope.
They're sending other people there. Okay. Going back to our illustrious government, our government is riddled with corruption, brother. So we got to pray for these people. Freedom. Our freedom is inextricably intertwined with reverence for our Creator and our knowledge of the principles of freedom. The enemy that must be conquered is ignorance. All right? Ignorance, not knowing. Not knowing. It is written in one of my favorite books. It says, seek and ye shall find. Right? But see, you can't be like a blind man in a dark room looking for a black cat that ain't there. Right? You got to know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
If you don't know what you're looking for, how you going to know when you find it?
Yeah.
Right? How you going to know?
Yeah.
Right? So what we got to do is we got to get everybody on the same page of freedom. See, we are all here to help one another. All right? But see, we cannot have a country without laws that apply to everybody, especially those in charge.
All That's right? The worst part. It's those in charge.
Yeah. So the next generation, number one, we got to instill the laws of God. We got to get the scripture, the 10 Commandments back in the schoolroom and all that kind of good stuff. We got to have these kids reciting the Pledge of Allegiance every day. See, when I was coming up in school, we did.
We did too.
We did. And so we need to learn about the true history, about this lying Democrat party, man. They've been lying forever. Just flat out lying. All right. Patriotism. Hey, if you don't honor your own home, your own house, how are you going to honor someone else's? Right? We need to understand that we are the greatest, freest nation in the history of mankind.
We are.
And that has to be maintained because the enemies are within.
Yes.
Yeah, can't nobody take us on militarily.
Not even close. Well,
but they can eat away at our morality.
And that's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's what they're attacking.
And so it is our responsibility to become knowledgeable and virtuous about what keeps and will keep this country strong and keep it the United States of America. All right. And that's our responsibility. It ain't the government's responsibility. The government is our responsibility.
Exactly. Because
we got to get everything back the way it should be, and we got to have everything legal. Everything's got to be transparent. Okay, we got to know what these senators are doing behind closed doors and all this kind of stuff. All right, because as soon as they cross that line, shackles on your feet, brother. Yep. As soon as they cross the line, and so many of them they have crossed the line so many times that they just feel immune.
They're habitual line crossers.
Yeah. Liars, flat out liars. And you know what? I have to commend Donald Trump, man, because brother, the stuff that he's been put through. I mean, 91
oh my God! He did the 2 assassination attempts,
the lawfare, all this stuff, man.
Oh,
he's still.
They threw everything at him.
They are still throwing. They're not done.
No,
they're not done.
Are you kidding me? They're not done.
They're not done, brother.
Oh my God!
The only way that we are going to be able to eradicate these vipers is through our own knowledge. Okay, we got to understand that this is a government of, by, and for the people. Listen to that: of, by, and for the people. All right. That doesn't mean that we want hands out. That means we want you to get out the way so that we can create and be rewarded.
Yeah.
Exactly. What a lot of people don't understand about the United States of America is this is the land of opportunity.
That's why these people keep wanting to come here.
But and what they did was they took that out of the Americans' bloodstream by simply making them addicted to the JOB.
Yes.
You know what JOB is? Acronym for that: just over broke. Yep. They pay you enough to keep you coming back.
I love that one.
That's it.
Just over broke.
Yep. They pay you enough just to keep you coming back. And see, here in the United States of America, you got two choices. You either learn how to manage debt or you learn how to create wealth.
Correct.
Many people, 95% of the population, are into managing debt.
Oh, I believe it. Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Do you know that 5% of the people, 5% of the people in this world control 95% of the wealth?
Yeah, you told me that. And people all live beyond their means. That's why the debt, I think, happens.
That's because the system is designed that way. Why do you think they came up with payment plans and all this kind of stuff? See, because the powers that be, they realized that after World War II, the United States of America was the world's supreme manufacturer.
Yeah.
All right. And so what industry figured out was that not only could they create all these new products, but they had to create customers too.
Well, they got to buy them. Yeah, of course.
So they said, well, they can't buy this stuff. They said, oh, give it to them on credit.
Yeah. We'll give them a credit card.
Payments. Let them pay. You know what?
Steve, you give them an interest rate.
Listen, if your outgo is more than your income, your upkeep will be your downfall, right? A lot of people don't get that. So we got a lot of people out here, they look good, smell good, and flat broke.
Right? They do. They just want the appearance.
Why? I mean, what's the difference between a Timex and a Rolex?
Just the cost. Yeah. They both tell you what time it is.
Right. You remember I gave you that acronym for status, right?
I don't know.
Still too arrogant to understand.
Oh.
Yeah. So then you look at it. I mean, a lot of people they just don't realize, like, when they go on their job and all this kind of stuff, you're not working for that job. You're working for your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you want to have the electric lights, maybe a little cable TV, maybe a little steak in the refrigerator every now and then. I mean, all kinds of things like that. But people get so mixed up, and they want to halfway do the job, but they want to get fully paid.
They want the whole shebang, right?
Yeah, they want to get paid just for showing up.
Right. Just, I'm here.
Showing up is one thing, but you got to perform. See, when it is time to perform, there's a time to prepare has passed.
You missed that. Yes.
So we got to perform. We've got to perform. So, if a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be.
Thomas Jefferson wrote that. Holy crap.
In a letter to Colonel Charles Yancey, January 6, 1860. Listen to that again. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be.
Thomas Jefferson wrote that.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep. I mean, there's so much information out there, see, and the only way to get to the truth is this sounds good
compared to what?
It's the only way that I've found to get to the truth in my short time on this planet. It's the only way. And that concludes this particular presentation right now.
Your short time on this planet has been very illuminating, I would say.
Okay, so now this is the last thing here. Life insurance is critical for a sound financial foundation. A no-cost review of your current life insurance policy to ensure that what you have is what you think you have. Book an appointment by visiting www.rhillenterprisesinc.com. This is for Illinois and Connecticut, but no matter where you are,
right?
No matter where you are, you can always pick our brain and see where we can recommend you to look at or look for.
And the good news is we are going to be on a Chicago podcast network that this will be posted onto. So we will be getting an influx of some new viewership. They had enjoyed your show.
Okay. So, and also I am the author of a book called Ask the Questions, Get the Right Answers for Sound Financial Retirement Planning. It is available from Amazon to Walmart. And read it.
Yes.
And apply.
Yes.
You hear a lot of time. You ever heard that old cliche, knowledge is power?
Oh, I have. Yes, sir.
Do you believe that?
I mean, I did. Yeah. I mean,
it's a lie. It's a lie.
It is a lie. Okay.
Because knowledge is not power.
No.
Knowledge is only potential power. Applied knowledge is power.
Right. Okay? You have to use it correctly.
You have to apply it. If you don't apply it, it's not power.
100%.
Yep.
100%. That makes sense. What were your thoughts on Trump with wanting to do more with Greenland?
Actually, Greenland is in a very strategic position as far as land base and where it's located. All right.
Because I know we have a base there, right?
Yeah, right. See, from there, I mean, it's hard for anyone else to come in there and take out what you built there. All right.
Correct.
You got a very good shot at everything around from there.
Right.
And that's why, because it is a strategic location.
The positioning of it.
Just the position.
Yeah.
That is why it is so important. Because what happens is when this nation starts to rise more and more and more and more, we have enemies out there
Oh, well, yes,
that they want to destroy us.
they sure do.
And see, they can't do it militarily,
No, because they can't
so,
get to us
so they do it through morality.
through. Well, yeah,
They do it that way. They just erode the constructs that made this country great. Because, like I was saying before, man, ignorant people cannot be free.
no, no,
No,
no. No.
it's just an impossibility. It's an oxymoron.
100% it is.
So this
100%
is
it
why
is.
I mean, yes, Donald Trump is playing 4D chess.
He
While
is.
the rest of the world is still playing checkers. All
He
right.
is. He is.
And the irony is that we have a lot of people in our government that they're playing checkers too.
Oh, I believe that.
See, Donald Trump is not a politician. Donald Trump is a businessman, and
Businessman.
he thinks strategically.
5 steps ahead.
Right? And then you got these politicians that are in there, and they are career politicians, meaning that they can't run a lemonade stand, brother.
No, exactly. That's what I said. Yeah.
See,
They
that's what
wouldn't know
we
what
need.
to do.
That's what we need to get away from, career politicians. And that term just came about in the last 50 years, 60 years. Right? There was no such thing as a career politician. You look
No,
at George Washington and all these other politicians back early.
they
Right?
set the precedent. They didn't want that.
These were entrepreneurs.
Right.
See, what a lot of people don't understand is that the business of America is business.
Yeah.
Period. Now, all the foreigners understand that, but it has been just taken away from the American people because all we want to do is we want to be entitled.
Yes. Yes.
I'm breathing. I'm give me mine.
I got my 98.6.
Yeah, I mean it's sad, but you look at all these immigrants that come over here, whether illegal or whatever. What do they do when they get here? They start their own business, brother.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Of course they do. Of course they do. They that's how they set up shop.
Yep.
What were your thoughts? Because I didn't believe this was a real thing, that the government shutdown possibility illuminating again when it had just happened in November and it's still not settled and it's February.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they should shut it down. All right. See, because what we got to understand is that the government only exists because of us.
Yeah, that's true.
We got these people in there in positions of power, and they have become power crazed.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
they have become power crazed, man. They only exist because we are here. All right.
Yeah, they work for us. Yeah,
we've got to root out the corruption and all this kind of stuff because we want to make life better for everybody. And the only way to do that is have everything totally transparent and above board. Okay.
I agree.
We got these politicians in positions of honor acting dishonorably, and they need to be held accountable. The wages of treason is death. Flat out.
There's no argument. No argument.
And so what we got to do is we expose these people, and they're being exposed, but nothing's happening. I'm ready to see the perp walks.
I want to see it too.
I sometimes I find it hard to contain myself.
No, but you're 100% right. They get away with it and they just do more and more and more, push the envelope, and nothing happens.
Oh, they done tore the envelope wide open, brother. They done tore it wide open, man. And when they start doing a deep dive into each and every one of these members of Congress, oh man, it's going to be astounding what's uncovered.
Well, yeah, that's why I can't wait. Minnesota sued the federal government. I hope that goes through.
It's just lawfare, man.
It's probably
They're,
just for
they're, they're
show.
what you call stalling tactics.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I know.
I mean, it's in process. It's in process. It's in process. Well, let's get done with the process
Yeah,
and let's do it now.
yeah.
All
All
right.
right. I had the host of the political show we do said that ICE went to Louisiana. They did their investigation. No protests, no problems, whatever. They were done in a couple weeks and out of there. Nothing. Because Minnesota has been so disruptive and causing issues. ICE could have been out of there weeks ago, months ago, whatever.
Well, I would
I,
submit
I
to
can't
you.
believe that.
I would submit to you that it is not Minnesota. It is the establishment.
Yes, no, 100%. Jacob Fry.
Yep, it's the establishment, and not only is it in Minnesota, but it's all across this nation.
No, California. No, I know. It just like, but when he was talking about Louisiana, it's like they came in, did their job, nobody bothered them, and it was over. So that should be a lesson to the rest of the states. If you don't interfere, it's done. They do their job, they move on.
Yeah, but see, what's happening is, you got to understand the reason why they ushered in all these illegals. Okay, the reason why they did it, why they opened the border up, the reason why they did it was so that they could get more Democratic voters.
The voting, yeah, right. I know that part. Yes,
that's why they don't want you to have. You know what? You have to have an ID to buy cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I know that's the funniest
part. But you don't need an ID to vote.
No, that's ridiculous.
It is way out of there. Okay, but this is the reason why they did it, and because of the purge of all these illegals, their votes are going to dwindle. All right, and not only did they see they got these people in here, they ushered in them 20 million people, but then they have them voting 3 and 4 times.
Oh, it blows my mind.
Yeah,
the different counties, and
it's evil genius, brother.
It is evil genius.
Evil genius. And what happens is that it gets exposed, and then you got all these people that when you put the truth right in front of them, they still want to look at things. Well, Donald Trump, he's a convicted felon.
It's and that's what everyone says.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because all those charges are false.
Yes.
Fake. All of that. Before Donald Trump got into to politics, everybody loved him.
Yeah, he was on TV. He was so popular, 100%.
Yeah, and as soon as he got in there and started turning the screws on him, they just went bat crazy.
That's what my co-host said. Everything that is done is for one reason, because they hate Donald Trump.
No, they don't hate Donald Trump. They hate what Donald Trump stands
for. Right. Yes.
And so in order to quiet that, you ever heard that old cliche about you got to cut the head off the snake?
Yeah.
Right? You cut the head off. You see? But this is not going to work here, because this man is protected from on high.
Okay? Oh, he's Teflon. Yes.
Yes, this is what he is, waking up the population to the possibility of greatness.
Yeah.
All right.
He is. He sure is.
I mean, he's going to take it to the next level. See, what a lot of people don't realize is that life is lived on levels and arrived at in stages. Okay. At every new level you come to, there is a stage you must go through.
Right.
And the stage that we're in right now is awakening the giant, the sleeping giant.
Right. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The sleeping giant is virtue. It is standing for the principles of the Almighty God that is the creator and sustainer of the universe, brother. All right. And all those people out there say, "Well, I don't believe in God." You know what? Creation is proof there's a creator.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Are you don't think that? Look, all you gotta do is open your eyes and look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to ask because a couple people had asked this. Trump has, a few years, he's got a lot of work to do and can get a lot done. Succession for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think can succeed him? And then other people want to know, do you think that he could possibly try to run again?
Well, actually, no, he can't run again because he's already served 2 terms.
Right. But they
Well,
think
what?
he could do an executive order or something to like
Well,
override
they
it.
could. Well, that's a possibility. That is a
Right.
possibility. But
Okay.
now, the next person that I see taking over the reins of this country would be J.D. Vance.
Okay. That's what most people
It
think.
will be he's the next logical person in my mind.
I
But
agree.
then again, I revert back to the first administration when I thought Mike Pence was the man.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But see, Mike Pence was a turncoat. This is what
He was a huge turncoat.
Benedict Arnold, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean he was a flat out turncoat, man.
I never saw that coming.
Wow, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I never saw that coming.
Yep.
And then someone also asked about Rubio. What did you think about Marco Rubio?
Well, Rubio has yet to be tested. Okay.
Challenge. I agree.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good, smells good. Let's see if everything lines up, though.
Yeah.
Because Rubio's been in government.
Yes.
He's been
Yes.
there,
Yes.
right? See, what we don't need more government officials moving up. What we need to do is we need to get some entrepreneurs in there.
And JD Vance, I get that. I get that.
So we take a JD Vance, and other than that, I mean, I was very disappointed in Rand Paul too.
Yeah.
What is this dude talking about?
He was, that was completely unexpected.
Blindsided.
I don't know where that came from.
Right.
He
That's where
had a
they
good
come with them that name Rhino.
Right.
Republican in name only. In other words, you a Democrat.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And then Chuck Schumer is probably going to be out. And I was terrified because on the news in New York, they talk about AOC. What would you think about that if that happened, if she ended up running and replacing Schumer?
The Democratic Party right now, my friend, is in a death spiral.
I know they are. They have no leader. They're
it's
in
not
shambles.
it's not so much that they have no leader, but they're based on lies.
Oh, 100%.
It's
Yeah.
based on lies.
Yeah.
You see, the only thing that stands is truth.
Right.
Right. See, they built their foundation on the sand.
And it's sinking.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely sinking because exposure. It's the exposure. And then you got those people that are still in lockstep with them, and it is only because of their ignorance.
Well, I watched because someone told me, watch the media, watch the news. I watched all Fox, NBC, ABC, NBC, or CBS. I was blown away at the nightly news that they all, either did the same story, covered it differently, or they did completely different stories that really didn't make sense. And I was just shocked that people, the older generation, live and die with the nightly news.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it is so slanted and the narrative is so controlled on just the exact same stories was shocking to me.
Well, see, the reason why that is shocking to you is
Well, I
because
don't watch it all,
no, because you know there's another side.
Yes.
Okay?
So
See,
I was
most of the people, I would say 95% of the people that are digesting that stuff don't know there's another side.
right. Okay, so they don't, because
They
I was
think
shocked that I was presented.
no,
As,
they're thinking in a linear fashion. Okay. Remember, I explained to you that the only way to get to the truth is through comparison.
comparison.
This
Yes,
sounds good to compare to what? See,
correct.
those people that are sucking that stuff down every day, they are not comparing it to anything.
Well, that's why I was like, well, I wouldn't even watch it. Like, it's
You know,
not.
you know what's really perplexing to me though is how these pundits can get up there on TV, national TV, and flat out lie. Just
Lie.
flat out lie.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me,
What
the
what
lie.
what what prompts a person to do that? Could it be the money?
Well, of course, I believe
Could
it's
it
the
be the
money.
money? You know, they'll tell you all the time that money is the root of all evil. But no, that's not the case.
No, it's
The love of money is the root of all evil.
but
Okay.
people rely and depend on these news anchors and what they say is gospel.
Mhm.
So that is why I was troubled by it when I was listening to it and trying to compare it and just trying to see if there's any organization that's somewhat independent and just reports the news without an opinion behind it.
You remember when I laid this out for you, it says when what you believe will not produce what you want, you got
Correct.
two options. You
Yes.
can change what you believe,
Yeah.
change what you want.
Right.
Okay. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that they do have a choice. But
Yeah.
see, the only thing that you can do to get to the truth is compare.
I did
This,
that, and I
this
did that.
sounds
Yes.
good compared to what? And see, this is where a lot of people are missing the boat because they're not comparing anything.
Right.
They're
Right.
just give me my marching orders. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It
Trump
is.
was bad. Orange man. All this nonsense. Just
That's what
flat
the
out
majority of
nonsense.
it was. Yes.
It, it's 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 heartbreaking on one extreme, and it's very liberating on another. Okay, because I do realize that I'm not woke. Okay.
Right. No,
And when I say woke, I'm using in that negative connotation as meaning that whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do it and all this kind of stuff. If it feels
right.
good, do it and all that. No, 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 no. We have got to have some restraint. We've got to be conservative. Okay. We've when you respect yourself, there's certain things you're not gonna do. But see, a lot of people don't know what respect for themselves means. They've
No.
got this myopic view and say, well, I'm in it for me. What's in, that WIIFM? What's in it for me? Yeah, that's where most people are at.
Oh, they all are.
Yeah, you remember when I expressed to you what my mother told me? She said, and this is just one thing over the years, the one thing she said, everything good to you ain't good for you.
There we go for you. Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I mean. You sit back and you keep on bringing in all these lies, man. I'll tell you, man, if you listen to a lie long enough, you will believe it.
Well, then, if I want good sourced news information,
Mhm.
what would you recommend to be watching or reading?
Well,
Because
first,
that's what I was trying to
the first place you got to go to is to the scriptures because it lets you know,
right. Yeah.
right there that there will be many false teachers. Okay,
False prophets. Yes.
and we are in the last days. Okay, And there's going to be all kinds of lies spit out there, all this kind of stuff. And the only way to weed through all these lies is through comparison. Okay. You hear what they're saying
Yeah.
and you compare it to what the Lord says. All right.
Oh, okay.
And then when you're looking at these different getting your information from different places, what you got to do is you got to compare and contrast what's being disseminated.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And see, when you hear the truth, you will know it.
Right.
You will know it. But see, on the same token, if you listen to a lie long enough, you'll believe it. Because if you're just listening to the lies, you start accepting it.
Yeah. And
And
that's what they put out.
it becomes your truth.
Right.
Okay. And see, that's bogus because there is no such thing as your truth and my truth. There is only the truth.
the truth.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
That's it. And so what we do is we look at these different outlets and what they're saying. Me, myself, man, I hear a liberal speaking, I know it right off the jump, and I don't listen.
No, I do too. I mean,
there's no need to compare and contrast because I know you're spewing lies.
Yeah. I can see right in the beginning when they start the news and go over what they're talking about. I know right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, you have to pick and choose what you are allowing into your mind because
right,
what comes out of your mouth is the direct result of what you are allowing into your mind.
Exactly. I know that. Yes.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Right.
Okay. And so it's all about what you see, what you say, what you hear, what you feel, all those things. They all play a part.
They all contribute.
It all plays a part. And so the way that you combat that is with the truth. And where do you get the truth? From the scriptures. What does saith the Lord?
Right.
And you take everything from that standpoint.
That I did not do. So that is great advice to leave me with. That'll give me a good starting point now. I got an idea.
See, you're being prompted now. See, now you're seeking.
All right? Well, I was, yeah. I was.
It's just not you was, you are.
I am. Yes, I am.
It's a continuous process, man, because nothing, I mean, stagnation is not your portion.
No.
Stagnation is not your portion. You have been given the opportunity to reach out and touch thousands of people. And you interviewing a lot of different people and all this kind of stuff. And do believe me when I tell you this, that each and every person that you interview, that you bring on your show, they are pouring into your spirit, whether it be for good or for bad. That's for you to decide.
That is true. Yeah.
That's for you to decide. And, just keep going, keep growing.
We had Jimmy Fallon from Fox News on our political show, and he was phenomenal. I mean, he really seemed to be down to earth and speak the truth. And he was gracious enough to come on and give us some good time. And I really learned a lot from him. So I like what he does. He is Fox Across America, and then he does Fox News Saturday night. But I know he was a former cab driver. He's a comedian, but he just seems to make sense. And he spoke to me. So I really appreciated him. So I'm gonna keep listening to him, and then I am gonna do more with the scripture. That is where I have not done more with. So
well, you know, what the scriptures, see, the scriptures is written in such a way that is a journey of discovery.
Yes.
Okay? As you grow, you start to see things in a different light.
Yes.
Okay. And you keep on growing because it's inexhaustible. There is no end. The higher you go, the further you can see. The further you can see, the higher you can go.
No.
All right. So yeah, you just keep expanding your spiritual base.
Exactly.
Just keep expanding it.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. That makes great sense. Well, Rob, knockout show. Excellent job. Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you. And again, we're going to be on the Chicago Podcast Network is going to be picking this up, and you can catch us there. And then we will be on all the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be able to watch us anywhere you want. So make sure you check it out. I will have this up, and I will have a link to Rob's book as well and his website. So you can contact him anytime. And great show. This has been In Focus with Robb Hill. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life.